Wendy, do you like saving money? I mean, do you like spending money? Do you like saving money? I
I
don't know.
mean, I
Tell
like
me.
spending it, but I like saving it more now.
Yeah, no doubt. That's the whole point of this, guys. We're trying to make saving sexy, right? That's really what this is all about. Saving your own money, not spending it where you don't need to, and then being intentional with every dollar. Asking yourself before you go out and make that purchase, is this moving me closer or further away from my financial goals in life? And is it a need versus a want, right? And that's we've shared some tips and tricks with you, but one of the things, and I was fortunate enough to be poor growing up, so we didn't have a lot of extra spending money, and so I had to learn ways to be very frivolous, not cheap, but very frivolous on ways to save money. And we've talked about that in some past episodes too. And I know, Wendy, what are some of the ways that you use to save money in everyday life? Give me two or three things, just off the top of your head.
Yeah, I mean, shopping sales. So we've talked about this in a past episode, but off-season clothes, I've learned, is a really good way to do things.
Or for furniture, like for your patio, stuff like that.
Yeah. And decorations, like Christmas stuff right after Christmas. And then I would say the other thing is I've become a little bit of a Goodwill shopper. So
thrifting.
Yeah. Never thought I would say that, but it's true. Never thought I would buy clothes at Goodwill. And like some of my favorite, I have a jean jacket. It's like my favorite thing to wear, and it's Gap and it's comfy. And I got it from Goodwill for like $12.
Here's the thing about thrifting. I mean, and just to jump in here on that real quick, because, first of all, a couple of different things. Number one, I think most people realize that it's okay. New to you is okay. Number two is because we are such a disposable society. We'll wear something, and that's Shein, right? That clothing store. I've never bought stuff there, but from what I understand, the clothing is made very, very cheaply because you wear it once or twice, maybe 3 times, and then you have to throw it away because it falls apart, right? So we've got this disposable mentality, and now it's even translating over into our clothes. So somebody will buy something, they'll wear it a couple times, and then hang it in the closet, and like it doesn't move for a year, and it's like, I got to make room for new stuff that I'm buying. Let me take this to Goodwill or wherever local thrift store near you, right? Hey, I buy new clothes, but I also, if I see something cool at a thrift store, I'm going to grab it, right? Furniture shopping at a thrift store too, repurpose, and a lot of the boho theme. I bought a new house, and while I was looking, I saw a bohemian decoration. I asked my realtor, I'm like, this is super cool. What is this? Because I've never seen anything like it. And she kind of explained it to me, and I started, going on Pinterest and stuff like that. But you can find all kinds of stuff there. So anyway, go ahead.
Thrifting, and then off season and saving money. And then, I think we've talked about this before, but I use a service that we recommend to negotiate bills and reduce bills. So save a little there too.
Yeah, and we'll talk about that, but before we jump, we'll definitely put a link on that in the comments down below. Make sure you check that out. But one of the things you want to think about is, first of all, everything's negotiable. Everything is negotiable, right? I don't care if there's a sticker. Now, if you're in the grocery store and whatever, I saw, maybe it was on Shameless, I don't know, where the kids were throwing the cans down on the ground, the denim, and they were taking them up and getting a scratch and dent, right? If you're Lowe's, need a washer and dryer, maybe bump your knee into the front of the dryer and say, hey, I'll take the one and scratch and dent. I'm kidding. No, you don't want to do that. That would be dishonest. But, looking for ways to save. I mean, I bought a dryer at, probably 4 or 5 years ago when I was buying a new dryer set, and it was a scratch and dent. And I'm like, well, where's the scratch? It was on the back. Yeah. I'm like, I don't care about the back, okay, fine. So looking for ways to save. And so many people just, they just pay it. They just pay it. Oh, that's the price. They pay it. They don't ask the negotiation. So, you always want to be comfortable in asking if there's, any possibility to reduce the price, whatever the case may be. Obviously the right setting, but I don't care where I go. I make a point to find out. I go get my oil change. Hey, do you have any coupons? If you go buy things, I'm obviously in a new house, so I'm buying frames and furniture and stuff like that. I'm always looking for coupons. Michael's, I bought a frame, had a nice picture I have, had it framed, pull up, boom, 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 30% off. 30% off. It saved me like $22 or something like that from the work that I was having done. And so you've got to be, intentional about that, but, constantly looking for the deal. So obviously thrifting, couponing, and I'm not talking about grabbing the old Sunday paper and you still can do that, but there's a lot of like Groupons, things like that. So before you do things, find out what you can do to save money. I don't know if you do any of those things, Wendy.
Well, I was just thinking as you were saying that, the Google Lens or whatever. So if you want to buy something and you see it somewhere, like taking a picture of it, and it'll pull up all the different prices, and if you want to shop for it somewhere else. So see if you're getting the best price. And, if you're not, have the patience to wait a couple days and order it somewhere else.
Or ask them if they'll match the price.
Or that.
Ask them if they'll match the price, right? I just bought a new mattress yesterday. And I'm like, well, I was just down the street, da 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 da. And he's like, oh, well, any price you find, I'll match it. Don't worry about that. So, it's like, all right, perfect. Lowe's even does that, right?